Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Unhealthy environment at SOLWEZI Urban Clinic worries residents and patients. PNUP joins the rest to plot 1. Join me with the details after this commercial.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television for non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage. Zambia needs Camnet television for national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia. Watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Another media news in detail. Opposition Party of National Unity and Progress PNUP has joined the political race to plot 1 with calls for politicians to conduct elections for the people and not themselves. Party President Haive Hamududu says the 2021 elections must spell out what should be done to improve the livelihood of the people by each political party so that the people are given a chance to choose the best candidate as their leader. Meanwhile, Mr. Hamududu said the Zambian economic status is an intensive care unit needing international aid to recover, such as the International Monetary Funds. He says there is no way out for a country as exhibited by poor leadership, which he says failed the people of Zambia. Mr. Hamududu was speaking during his party pre-launch from Party of National Unity to Party of National Unity and Progress in Lusaka on Monday.
The Party of National Unity and Progress President Haive Hamududu has joined the long list of presidential candidates to be on the ballot in the August 12, 2021 general elections. The confident Hamududu, who has only resurfaced a few months before elections, is confident of convincing the people with his way of doing politics in a few remaining months. Mr. Hamududu, who on Monday met the media and some of his party officials, jotted down some of the changes he hopes to bring once given an opportunity to lead the Zambian people.
When you increase the choices, you increase the outcome. It's just like in business. The more the competition, the better the products. And in the political arena, we need to raise the bar on the competition, including the array of choices. Finally, it's about the Zambian people. As a part of national unity and progress, we join the 2021 election race from today.
Among the key highlights are that he will reduce government ministries from 29 to 18, adding that Zambia cannot have a government that exists on itself, as evidenced from the consumption of the national budget, which currently stands at almost 50%.
Currently, the government wage bill that consumes about 50% of the national budget is a clear indication of a bloated public service that requires urgent reforms. Our proposal is that these reforms must begin at the top. In this regard, we promise a small cabinet by amalgamating related functions into few ministries and cascading this to grassroots levels through one-stop service delivery structures that will be multitasking. There is no need to have a multiplicity of government offices in our districts, because that takes away the resources for actual service delivery. It takes away the resources for provision of education. It takes away the resources for provision of health. This approach will reduce the expansive government structures that consume more resources than service delivery itself. To be specific on this matter, as PNUP, we promise to reduce government ministries from the current 29 to 18. This approach will have a cascading effect in right-sizing of government to bring about cost efficiency in running of government so that resources are freed for actual service delivery, such as in health and education.
Mr. Hamadudu also talked about the importance of engaging the International Monetary Fund in setting the country's economy on the right track.
We are in a catch-22 situation, and we are in a situation where government fiscal discipline is so weak. Because of that, we need a big brother. It happens when you are down. You need to call, a big brother. Hello, please come and help. Because we have fixed ourselves. In a normal situation, if we had not made these mistakes, we would have done it without IMF. The issue now, Sharon, is about rescue. If you are drowning, you must call for help. Don't pretend that you can come out. You just die. Right now, we are drowning. The debt is high, and you cannot run away from paying debt. You cannot run away from providing services to our people, education and health.
Sharon Kalimbola, Camnet News, Lusaka.
In other news, Center for Trade Policy and Development has observed that Zambia has the capacity to run the mines on condition that there will be no interference from the executive. On 19th January 2021, Minister of Mines Richard Msuka announced government's strategic step to own 100% shares on Mopani copper mines through the State Mining Investment Wing ZCCMIH. CTPD senior researcher Webi Banda hopes that the mine will be free from political interference and corruption. He is confident that trained and competent geologists, mining engineers, and other skilled personnel shall be at the helm of the management process. Mr. Banda explains that the 1.5 billion United States dollars transaction date does not add to the current date stock of Zambia, as the date is sitting on ZCCMIH books and not the Ministry of Finance. He, however, notes that the Glencore as multinational borrowed itself money for the operation of the Mopani copper mines in view of dodging tax payment, hence was going to be prudent to assess if at all the loan was not overpriced. He says the circumstances in which the deal was negotiated was unavoidable given the treat made by Glencore to place the mine on care and maintenance. He says this could have resulted in a loss of more than 15,000 jobs, and this could have subsequently sent ripple effects to other businesses linked to mining.
ZCMIH has gone ahead to repossess 100% shares in Mopani copper mines, and the immediate question that comes out from this whole process is that who is the major beneficiary from this deal? And if you look at the terms and conditions of this deal, it seems to favor Glencore, because what Glencore has done is simply to transfer the technical and market risk to ZCMIH. Instead, Glencore has taken a docile position, which is very riskless in terms of debt servicing from ZCMIH, but also to benefit from the arbitrage opportunity of selling copper, because there's all the buying rights until the transaction debt is fully completed. Then the second question is that does this transaction debt add to the current debt stock of the country? And the answer here is that we must appreciate that ZCMIH is an independent corporate entity with its own right to contract and service its own debt. And to that extent, it means that ZCMIH will service the debt, and that debt is not on a government account. But we must also appreciate the fact that the country has enough technical space to run the Zambian mines, but this can only come to fruition if it's free away from political interference and corruption.
Concerned residents of SOLWEZI have condemned authorities at the SOLWEZI Urban Clinic for failure to clean the surroundings of the clinic. Mr. Jimmy Kashimoto and Patsun Zulu says the health centers have to take lead in upholding good sanitation and hygiene, but that's not the case at SOLWEZI Urban Clinic. They say members of staff at the clinic can take up the initiative to make the surroundings clean in line with the Make Zambia Clean, Green and Health campaign, which calls for collective responsibility in promoting good sanitation. They have since challenged the member of staff to take the proactive approach to clean the environment.
Ikiriki hapa bana sapasana ifyani filira pa window so pakati wingire mukati muri so kwa watolo ka fesoso numba kaiba health bene kabireba ebaroshpo busaka wakati abantu baite ba protected ko bali chifia ko malaria malaria chi hapo ashana wale nani pa kile pa difsana unani ifyani so jifo kati ba posa kwa manu ba wame kidinga je chipimbe Facebook bakateka balanda iya ko kiriki abantu afuwe bantu so fwe twaposa kwa mano fwe bayosi mwawame kidini kide so abantu bachingira kukulwa malete jibule pwawo
mwali tulo kwamba kubanjikaji kwamba kipatira kya urban kiji munkambi ya SOLWEZI achaje kitanshi kipatira kebere kisunga burongo ne musautana kwamba ngimo yapo nsolo ijine mu mawindo palonga ba patients bajim basa kupuruka bibere mu mosquitoes so keji tupemberere kwamba kana tu bakatika bamembe ubaye bibi ine bamune kwamba bawamisha pakipatera pemene kumweka na bulongo mwana yobya mu bice kisanyo.
In other news, Zambia Empowerment Hub for Entrepreneurship and Skills Training has called on the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Child Development to explain the criteria being used in awarding the 470 million Kwacha Youth Empowerment Funds. Zahes Executive Director Clarence Muziamba says it is questionable as to why empowerment funds are being given to those who do not qualify, as the case in Kapirimposhi districts. Mr. Muziamba says some youths with a passion for business are being left out, while those with questionable identities are benefiting from the funds. He, however, says government should be commended for the works it is doing in uplifting the standards of youths in the country. Mr. Muziamba has since urged the ministry to expedite the process of releasing the funds so that collapsing businesses can be saved from completely shutting down.
We are asking the status quo of the youth empowerment funds, the 470 million which the president released late last year. We have applied together with many other youth organizations. We have heard that some provinces like Kapiri and Muchinga, they are receiving these youth empowerment funds. We are asking the criteria the government is using through the Ministry of Youth. Something worth noting as well is that many youth organizations paid for consultants for them to have their proposals pan-written so that they can be good proposals. So we are asking government, where is the money? Where is the Youth Empowerment Fund that they promised us? We have done our part as young people, but we have not received the intended funds. So we are questioning the government to say, where is the 470 million kwacha? We need these funds to be empowered so that we can also empower the many vulnerable youths out there in the community.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, the headlines once again. Unhealthy environment at SOLWEZI Urban Clinic worries residents and patients. PNUP joins the race to Plot 1. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Always remember to wear your mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe and good afternoon.